The race session is at Spa-Francorchamps in Francorchamps, Belgium. Martijn Mol from Netherlands is first on mediums. Rene Robertson is second with 40 kilos on mediums. John Astrup from New Zealand is third with 10 kilos on mediums. Eric Beiten from Germany is fourth with 80 kilos on mediums. Brian Patterson is fifth on mediums. Mark Scott from Norway is P6 on mediums. Glenfield from United Kingdom is P7 with 20 kilos on mediums. Hein van Niekerk from Italy is 8th on mediums. Connor McKee from Norway is 9th on mediums. Mikołaj Lański from Poland is P10 on softs. Richard Ogden is 11th on mediums. Juan Ramos from United States is 12th on mediums. Martijn Mol is P1. "30 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. John Astrup is P3. John Astrup is now P2. John Astrup is now P5. Rene Robertson is P6. Hein van Niekerk is P7. Hein van Niekerk is now 6th. Mark Scott in Lacombe is P7. Eric Beiten in Brussels is 8th. Eric Beiten passed Mark Scott for P7. Mark Scott is 7th. John Astrup in Fania is P3. Connor McKee is P9. Hein van Niekerk in Blanchimont is 5th, 0.4 behind Rene Robertson. John Astrup is 3rd, 0.4 behind Brian Patterson. Glenfield entering the pits is P11. Brian Patterson is P3 battling John Astrup. Richard Ogden in Radillon is P7, 0.2 ahead of Mark Scott. Mikołaj Lański in Lacombe is P8, 0.5 behind Richard Ogden. Rene Robertson is P4 with 40 kilos, 0.4 behind Brian Patterson. Eric Biden from Germany in Pohon is 6th, 0.2 behind Hein van Niekerk. Rene Robertson in Campus is P4. Eric Biden from Germany in Corby Palfrere is P6, 0.4 behind Hein van Niekerk. Hein van Niekerk in bus stop chicane is 6th on mediums battling Eric Biden. "25 minutes remaining in the session. Rene Robertson is 4th on mediums, 0.6 behind Brian Patterson. Rene Robertson was 1.4 faster last lap. Eric Biden in Lacombe is P5. Best lap is a 2:19.432. 0.911 off the fastest lap. Rene Robertson in Brussels is 4th, 0.4 behind Brian Patterson. Connor McKee from Norway in Brussels is P10, 0.5 behind Mikołaj Lawinski. Eric Biden in Stabilo is 5th, 0.6 behind Rene Robertson. Connor McKee is 10th, 0.4 behind Mikołaj Lawinski. Eric Biden is P4, 0.2 ahead of Rene Robertson. Rene Robertson is P5, 0.2 behind Eric Biden. Hein van Niekerk in Radillon is P6. Best lap is a 2:19.493. 1.426 off the fastest lap. Hein van Niekerk passed Rene Robertson for P5. Rene Robertson in Lacombe is 6th, 0.5 behind Hein van Niekerk. Hein van Niekerk was 1.7 faster last lap. Juan Ramos entering the pits is 12th. Hein van Niekerk from Italy in Brussels is 4th, 0.4 ahead of Eric Biden. Rene Robertson is P6, 0.3 behind Eric Biden. Juan Ramos exiting pits on mediums. Hein van Niekerk in Fanya is 4th. Hein van Niekerk is now P5. Rene Robertson in Corby Palfrère is 4th, 0.6 behind Eric Biden. Eric Biden in bus stop chicane is P3. Best lap is a 2:19.303. 1.236 off the fastest lap. Connor McKee in Blanchimont is 10th, 0.4 behind Glenfield. Glenfield was 3.5 faster last lap. Eric Biden in Radillon is P3, 0.2 behind Brian Patterson. Connor McKee entering the pits is P10. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Glenfield in La Source is 9th, 0.3 behind Richard Ogden. Connor McKee exiting pits on mediums. Connor McKee is P11. John Astrup is P5, 1.6 ahead of Hein van Niekerk. Hein van Niekerk is 6th on mediums, 2.9 behind John Astrup. Rene Robertson in Blanchimont is 4th, 0.8 behind Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson was 0.8 faster last lap. Glenfield in Corby Palfrère is P8, 1.6 behind Hein van Niekerk. Rene Robertson is P4, 0.3 behind Brian Patterson. Hein van Niekerk entering the pits is P9. Brian Patterson in Lacombe is 3rd, 0.7 ahead of Rene Robertson. Connor McKee exiting pits on mediums. Rene Robertson in Brussels is P4, 0.4 behind Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson in Pouhon is P3, 0.5 ahead of Rene Robertson. Hein van Niekerk exiting pits on softs. Rene Robertson in Campus is 4th, 0.3 behind Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson in Blanchimont on lap 6 is third, 0.4 ahead of Rene Robertson. Connor McKee exiting pits on mediums. Rene Robertson in La Source is P4 on mediums, 1.1 behind Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson is P4 battling Rene Robertson. Connor McKee entering the pits is 12. 15 minutes remaining in the session. John Astrop in Malmedy is 5th with 10 kilos, 1.0 behind Brian Patterson. Glenfield in Malmedy is P7, 1.8 behind Mark Scott. Hein van Niekerk entering the pits is P11. John Astrop is P5. Glenfield is P7, 1.1 behind Mark Scott. Rene Robertson entering the pits is 4th. John Astrop in La Source is P4, 0.8 behind Brian Patterson. John Astrop was 3.4 faster last lap. Mark Scott entering the pits is P7. Rene Robertson exiting pits on mediums. Glenfield in La Source is P6 battling Rene Robertson. Glenfield was 5.1 faster last lap. Juan Ramos entering the pits is 10th. John Astrop in Malmedy on lap 8 is P4, 0.5 behind Brian Patterson. Juan Ramos exiting pits on mediums. Mark Scott exiting pits on mediums. Mark Scott is 8th. John Astrop is P4, 0.9 behind Brian Patterson. Glenfield in Campus is P6, 4.7 behind Rene Robertson. Brian Patterson entering the pits is third. John Astrup entering the pits is P4. Mikołaj Lewiński is P9 on softs. Glenfield entering the pits is 6th. John Astrup exiting pits on mediums. Glenfield is P6. Brian Patterson exiting pits on mediums. Richard Ogden entering the pits is 7th. Rene Robertson is P3. Juan Ramos entering the pits is P10. Richard Ogden is P7. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Richard Ogden exiting pits on mediums. Glenfield exiting pits on mediums. Richard Ogden passed Glenfield for P6. Mikołaj Lewiński entering the pits is P9. Mark Scott from Norway in La Source is 8th. Glenfield in Kemmel Straight is P7 battling Richard Ogden. Glenfield passed Richard Ogden for 6th. Juan Ramos exiting pits on mediums. Mikołaj Lewiński exiting pits on softs. Martijn Mol entering the pits is P1. Juan Ramos is 10th. Richard Ogden in Puhan is P7, 1.2 behind Glenfield. Martijn Mol exiting pits on mediums. John Astrup in La Source is 4th, 4.1 behind Rene Robertson. Richard Ogden in Bus Stop Chicane is P7, 2.7 behind Glenfield. Glenfield was 4.6 faster last lap. John Astrup in Brussels is P4 with 10 kilos, 3.3 behind Rene Robertson. Richard Ogden in Lacombe is P7, 3.1 behind Glenfield. Eric Beitem entering the pits is first. John Astrup in Corby Palfrère is fourth, 3.5 behind Rene Robertson. Richard Ogden in Fania is 7th, 4.7 behind Glenfield. Richard Ogden was 16.0 faster last lap. Eric Beitem exiting pits on softs. John Astrup from New Zealand in Eau Rouge is P4, 3.4 behind Rene Robertson. John Astrup was 0.5 faster last lap. Mark Scott is 8th. Five minutes remaining in the session. John Astrup is 4th, 2.7 behind Rene Robertson. Mark Scott in Radillon is P8. Mark Scott entering the pits is P8. Rene Robertson is P3, 2.5 ahead of John Astrup. John Astrup in Blanchimont is 4th, 2.3 behind Rene Robertson. Rene Robertson in La Source on lap 12 is 3rd, 2.2 ahead of John Astrup. John Astrup in Kemmel Straight on lap 12 is 4th, 2.0 behind Rene Robertson. Rene Robertson in Brussels is 3rd, 1.8 ahead of John Astrup. John Astrup on lap 12 is P4, 1.6 behind Rene Robertson. Eric Beitem in Blanchimont is 2nd on softs. John Astrup in Bus Stop Chicane is P4, 1.6 behind Rene Robertson. John Astrup was 1.2 faster last lap. Rene Robertson in Eau Rouge is P3, 1.5 ahead of John Astrup. John Astrup in Lacombe is P4, 1.7 behind Rene Robertson. Rene Robertson is third, 1.4 ahead of John Astrup. John Astrup in Campus on lap 13 is P4, 1.2 behind Rene Robertson. Eric Beitman bus stop chicane is second, 5.0 behind Martijn Mol. John Astrup in La Source is P4 with 10 kilos, 0.9 behind Rene Robertson. Eric Beitman Lacombe is P2 on softs. John Astrup from New Zealand in Lacombe is P4, 0.3 behind Rene Robertson. John Astrup was 0.8 faster last lap. Rene Robertson is third, 0.6 ahead of John Astrup. John Astrup in Campus is P4. Best lap is a 2:17.921. 0.043 off the fastest lap. The leader has just finished the race. Martijn Mol finished first. Eric Beitman finished P2. Rene Robertson finished P3. John Astrup finished P4. Brian Patterson finished P5. Glenfield is 6th. Glenfield finished 6th. Richard Ogden finished 7th. Mikołaj Lański is P8. Mikołaj Lański finished P8.